So the first thing we're going to talk about in this video is using snapshots. Snapshots are one means of recovering from inadvertent errors that you might introduce. So let's introduce an inadvertent error to demonstrate. What we're going to do is delete a purchase for which there is already a recorded sale. Now this is definitely going to cause a problem, as we'll see when we close that. So here we've got a synchronization error reported where Topshare can't match up a disposal with its purchase parcel. So the easiest way to get around something like this is to use a snapshot where we're going to restore the database from an earlier snapshot. So here's one that was taken earlier this morning, and if we select that and click on View, Topshare will reconnect itself to that snapshot, and you can see there are two options here: to use it from now on or to cancel. And you can also see that the error condition has been cleared. That error message has gone from the screen. So that means it's safe to use this snapshot. So we click on Use from now on. So there are a couple of configuration items to do with snapshots. We find them in the Settings menu, Preferences, on the second General page. This first one is to do with how frequently snapshots are taken, and the default of once per day is normally the most appropriate, but you can change that. And the other item is the number of snapshots that are held, and once again 15 is the default, and that's appropriate most of the time, but you can change this to any value that suits you. There's no penalty in having a much larger number. The other thing that we can do is, although snapshots are generally taken automatically, you can also take one manually at any time. So we just took one then. We have another look at the View Snapshots screen, and you can see that there's now an extra one in there. So if you're just about to do something and you're not sure how successful it might be, that's a good way of giving yourself a step back point. Now let's move on to backups. Backups differ from snapshots in that they're not automatic. The most important function of backups is to protect you against hardware failure. So you get to them from this menu item, and they're very straightforward. You just need to define where the backups are located, and it should be on a removable drive. Then select an option, backup or restore. When you're creating a backup, there's a default name, but you can modify that if necessary. And then you just click on the backup button. So restore is just as easy. We go to the backup restore menu again, and this time click on the restore option, select a backup, an existing backup that you want to restore from, and then click on the restore button. So backups are very easy, and for your own protection you should be creating a new backup, say every week, onto a removable drive. Now let's have a look at the Administration Manager. It's a system for using when there's an error condition that is stopping Topshare from running normally. So let's create an error condition. Topshare's database is normally in this folder, Topshare v3 data. We're going to move it into a new folder. So just made a new directory. Have a look in Topshare v3 data, and there's the database, all portfolios v3. Let's just drag it over into moved files. Now when we try and start Topshare, it'll fail because its database is no longer where it's expected to be. So it displays an error condition. It says it's going to open the administration manager. That gives us an error as well. And now here we are. It's showing us where the database file is expected to be, and a notice that it's not there. And what we need to do now is open a different database, connect Topshare to a different database. So we just find it, select it, click on connect, acknowledge the dialog, and then we can start Topshare normally. So there are actually several ways, two main ways of starting the administration manager. So the first is from within Topshare itself. We just go to the administration manager and Topshare shuts down and the administration manager starts up. Or we can do it from the Windows Start menu. So we go to All Programs, find the entry for Topshare Portfolio Manager, and there is a start icon for the administration module. Okay, so that's all for this short video. I hope it's been useful.